Hi everyone, we're here to do a reading for you today. Anything that would guide and light your path into any confusions and some guidance really for your path and for your life. And I hope that you will get something out from this reading. I've already set the intention, and let's see what the spirits and angels wants you to hear for today. Okay? And before I forget, happy Valentine's Day. I hope you are celebrating with your loved ones. Okay? So let's go for it. I have from my light worker oracle cards, I've drawn the seventh ray of ritual order and ceremony. And I have to cover that because it's a bit nude. Okay, so that's the seventh ray of ritual order and ceremony. When the gift of the seventh ray enters your life, something new is being formed, something that will benefit your world. There may be an increased interest in magic, ceremony, and ritual for healing purposes. Resonating with high frequency violet light and the archangel Zadkiel, the seventh ray also helps transmute energy from lower to higher frequency. It is a spiritual cleansing agent that allows the truth of spiritual freedom, empowerment, and choice to be seen and felt, restoring hope and joy to the heart. The seventh ray is very active upon the earth at this time. All of humanity is being affected by it. The seventh ray is the push pull between the old and the new. The life has been and can no longer continue in that form, and the new life that wants to evolve from the old. It honors traditions and ancestral wisdom that serve new life. When the seventh ray enters your life, you are asked to balance your attachment to what has been with an openness to the new. It is a time to fearlessly question what has been and honor what continues to hold value for you and dismiss what no longer serves you. The seventh ray also creates from the invisible, intangible, spiritual energy. These are the inspired solutions and synchronicities that seem to come out of nowhere. They are the signs of the divine order happening. The seventh ray brings an alignment with that divine order, and the more you are willing to invoke and allow that energy to bless you, the more your life will align itself with the genius creativity, solutions, and loving opportunities the universe wants to bring to your world. So it's basically saying that the new version of you is rising up, and the old version of you must be anything that doesn't serve you in your life anymore, like the patterns, energies, attachments that you're clinging into, patterns that don't serve you anymore, or your life, your value in your relationships, they must be burned, just like the phoenix rising. It's like the rebirth. Okay, and they may need to be let go of. They are the old version of you that needs to let go of. And you have the power to transmute all of these old energies through invoking Archangel Zadkiel's energy. And you could do this actually with you just putting that intention of Archangel Zadkiel's violet flame of fire, just by visualizing the color, the purple color, and visualizing that these old patterns that no longer serves you be transmuted into that higher frequential energy that is arising inside of you for a new version of you, for your new life, and a better life for you guys. Something that you have dreamed of and wants you to become, that's wanting to arise really from your soul, that wants to be seen into that evolution. Okay. So we have the pilgrimage. This is from another deck, which is the Rooted Woman Oracle. It's that card, okay? The pilgrimage journey is always spiritual in nature. It's undertaken in order to have a revelation of some kind, or to find some deeper understanding of the world and our place in it. A pilgrimage asks that we give up everything so we might learn what is truly ours to keep. It's a search for knowledge, a search for becoming, and a pilgrimage begins also with a longing, a, a longing for deep connection, for true, nurturing community, or simply for change. It actually synchronizes with the first card that we have, the first reading from the Lightworker Oracle. A pilgrimage, above all, asks us to surrender the journey and upon ourselves up to new ways of traveling and seeing. The pilgrim's path is designed to wind its way across unknown and often rough territory, and the long, arduous journey requires endurance, resilience, and focus. But there's nothing for it but to keep walking, to keep going forward, step by bumpy step, one foot in front of the other. The path will fade behind you, and there will be no way back. And once you understand just how far you must travel, it can be hard to confront the long, challenging road ahead. That's why we must look for and be able to welcome the help of allies along the way. The most valuable allies are those who teach us that we cannot succeed alone. And more, that it's meaningless to succeed alone. For an essential feature of the heroine's journey is uncovering the joys of the necessity for community. Pilgrim paths are peopled by many others, and if we're open, we'll find many kinds of allies along the way. Only some of them are human. So maybe some of you guys are being called to be in the solitude, like you've been wanting change in your life, and you want to go inward, just like this card here, the journey, complexity, discovery, the labyrinth. This is like really going back to yourself, going inward, and listening to what your heart's truth is really telling you. Because in your heart and going inward is very healing and gives you that divine guidance. All right. Um, Sometimes going alone lessens all that noise coming from the external world. And that includes from people that you love sometimes, from people that maybe friendships, relationships, and anyone around you that is quite draining to your energy. And, when you go inward and get rid of all the noise that's being created in your mind coming from other people, gives your mind of that fog, and you can't really hear yourself, your heart that's been nudging you of your wisdom that wants to be heard. Okay. So when you go in within and lessen all that noise from the external world, that's when you can hear yourself and what the divine is really trying to tell you, to guide you on your path, and what actions you need to take on your next journey. In that new version of yourself. All right. Okay. So that's for the second card. We have here, I've drawn 3 cards from the luminous oracle cards, and we have the first one is the guiding light. Okay, this card really represents, if you could see, uh, that light coming out from that light, that shines to your path. Know that help is available, like whether it's coming from people or from any signs that you get from the universe. It could be, like simple signs or angel numbers if you believe in them, like angel numbers, and signs and synchronicities that's being dropped into you by the angels. It could be signs, or it could, take that as a, or it could be your inner wisdom. Take them as a sign, and take that as a sign for your guidance, and to take the next step ahead for your journey, and for what action to take based on the nudges coming from the spirits. And just like what we've said earlier, when you go inward, that's where you can really hear the wisdom and the support coming from the subtle whispers coming from the divine, coming from the angels, that's guiding you and loving you and supporting you, that you can't hear them when all this noise from the outside is just too loud, that you can't hear the subtle nudges from the spirits, that they're actually helping you. Okay. And you don't even know that you're being led into this path, because you could be this light for others as well. You could be in this tower guiding others, like whatever whatever challenges you're going through. Take it as as a sign for your strength that you can do it, and you can, one step at a time move forward, that you can be used by the divine as well to guide other people, to shine a light on their path, because you've been through the same thing as what they're going through. All right. Okay, so that's the third card. And the fourth one is the Phoenix Rising. Renewal, resilience, and rebirth. That actually also speaks the same thing as all the other cards, which is actually very synchronistic. Um, so you could be someone that's probably like going through a rebirth, like rising from the ashes, just like this phoenix. If you look at that, you are on fire, like rising and elevating, like rising into a higher consciousness. You are burning again. It's just like burning the older version of you that no longer serves your life, because you've grown so much, you've evolved so much, you've done inner work, and you've let go of people that doesn't serve your new path, your new journey anymore. Okay. You probably don't know that your ability to rise from the challenges are stronger, and you have become wiser. All right. That if you look at this, if you look at the wings, they're very strong and open, and like it's open to the new becoming, to the new you, to a better and more powerful life. That's so powerful. If you look at the image of the phoenix, like you can do anything, and you are so powerful, and you have grown stronger and just wiser, and anything that's being thrown into your path, you've just hold that courage and resilience that you can do whatever, and overcome any challenges. So there's always hope, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, just like that. Even if you feel that there's no path ahead because you feel very lost, always believe that there's always light ahead of you, and you could above it rise above it, even more powerful than you've ever been before. All right. And the third card we have is the Labyrinth. Journey, complexity, and discovery. This actually suggests the period of navigating complex situations, and it's actually urging you to trust your intuition to find your way through. And it's so bizarre that I found this without, I haven't drawn these cards yet, and I use this to cover this lady here. Actually, let me show you that image. It's just it's actually the same as the phoenix rising. If you look at that, you are rising from the old to, if you look at this imagery, that's the old version of you rising. Like it's almost like you are surrendering, putting your arms up, like you are saying to the divine, I surrender. You know, I let go of control. Because again, control is really the ego side of you that wants to control everything in your life that most of the time doesn't work. That, like, just letting go of any attachments to any life that you want, that doesn't really actually serve your highest purpose. So it's quite related to all the other reading. Again, just like with the labyrinth here, go inward, go back to yourself, go to the center of your being, your soul, your heart, and let your heart guide you. Because you probably right now you don't realize that you have the key. You have the key to opening your future, the future that awaits for you, because that future that is awaiting is your best version, the version of you that is very empowered, trusting, heart open. If you look at her chest, it's like her heart is also opening, surrendering, surrendering to the divine, to your purpose, to what God has set out for your life. Oh, sorry. So, my dear ones, you hold the key to your life, to achieving your dreams, to what life is meant to be for you, that is more empowered, really powerful, that you can have anything that you want in this lifetime. So you hold the key when you let go of the old version of yourself. Right, I want to draw from this deck one card, oops, which is probably that, to guide you for another guidance from the angels. Right. This stressful situation is almost coming to an end. We are sending positive energy, financial help, miracles, and life-changing blessings your way. That's it, guys. This is what awaits you in that, at the end of the tunnel, where the light is, where your future version of yourself awaits you. And I think we are being reminded by the spirits that, of course, they are sending positive energy, but also it does help when you think positively and don't dwell into the any negativities and, you know, being feeling like the victim. You know, you rise above that and think positive and know that this is what is awaiting for you in your new life, in your new version of yourself. All right, guys, I'll end that reading, and happy Valentines. I hope that it did resonate, and it helps you for you today, to bring you clarity and what next step you need to take. And thank you. I'm so happy that you are here. I appreciate you, and I love you with all my heart. And please do like and subscribe if you can. Thank you. Bye for now.